What's up, y'all? It's me coming back at you again with another vid. I know it's late. Well, you know what? I was actually on had a conversation with a couple friends, even though I'm in my hotel room. Had to get away from everything, clear my head. Of course, I'm on my phone, be going off on the notifications. Can't help to see what people are talking about in the world of boxing. But I decided to give boxing a little bit of a break before I do this video. Well, actually, no, I'm still going to do it. I mean by give it a break. I decided to go see what's going on in the other communities over here on the YouTube platform. And the one that struck out to me the most is the gaming community. And me, I used to be an avid gamer. I play video games from time to time. Big Street Fighter fan, whatnot. So there's a couple guys. There was a few guys I was interacting with on. They were debating about Street Fighter 5 and its DLV characters that Capcom, the providers, bringing out. They're constantly updating whatnot, and a lot of people were going back and forth about the new character they brought up, which is Abigail. I think it was a Final Fight character that's crossed over to Street Fighter, just like Guy and Haggard, whatnot, and Cody. But Cody, let's not get it twisted. Cody is not on there yet, which should be interesting. They're probably going to add him onto the Street Fighter 5 character roster probably the next season. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know too much about the DLV character add-ons and all that stuff. All I know is that they add them from a time frame, quote unquote. So we'll see how that goes. But what I can say is this, though. It's funny though, because I was on there. A lot of guys were very competitive, man. They're very competitive. Sometimes the competitive nature between the two get very heated. It can resort to some diss, whatnot. But at the end of the day, they all respect each other. You know what I mean? It's all about gaming. It's all about competition, just like basketball, football. People are competitive. They have the competitive spirit. But at the end of the day, after the game is done, they all show respect for each other. Some of them, not all of them, whatnot. But if you go into the comment section, it seems like all the gaming people are far more respectful than the boxing community commenters and uploaders. I mean, really, it's like, wow. And I mean, there are a couple, comments here and there that's going to ruffle some people's feathers, whatnot, But, the thing is, too, when I was, interacting and talking about how I love the old Alpha Street Fighter days, and people are like, oh, okay, you old school, old school. We respect that. Cool. You know what I mean? But I know none of you guys are not gonna understand what I'm talking about when it comes to video games. But anyways, I'm a Street Fighter fan. I'm a fan of classic games and all that. So I was interacting with certain people online about it, and it was just refreshing, man. People who can engage in a conversation when they don't have to resort to insults. You know what I'm saying? Like it is in the online community of boxing and whatnot, which some people act childish these days over a freaking fighter. It's like unbelievable. It's like Hatman says best. It's like, God damn it. It's like, why are you guys so fanboys of a goddamn fighter? I mean, it's like this fighter is not going to pay your bills. He's not going to pay your lease or your outstanding loans or medical expenses. It's like, at the end of the day, these fighters don't give a fuck about you. And I've seen people just pull their go out of their way, pull their hairs out, whatnot, just to go out and defend these fighters for no reason whatsoever. And it's like they go around, they want to criticize fighters for certain standards, and they refuse to criticize their favorite fighters for those exact standards. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. But anyways, let me get into the main topic video. Okay, I saw a response, right? And also I got a couple comments here. I made my last video about the update on the WBA and the IBF situation with Gilberto Mendoza Jr. And I forgot to mention that he made a comment regarding the rotation of the mandatories that Joshua was supposed to be fighting, in the next round or so, within the next few months. He said, look, there was a special request that was approved by us that the winner of the Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua fight must fight Luis Ortiz as the next mandatory challenger, and that particular request supersedes all the regulatory championship rules. which also designate their mandatory to go first before any other sanctioning body. That's what Mendoza says, which kind of contradicts Eddie Hearn. But like I said in my last video, I don't care. Eddie Hearn came out and said, look, we're going to try to work something out, which is fine by me. Work it out. Just make sure you don't give up your title, because I like Anthony Joshua. I like the fact that he's a unified champion. I want him to stay that way as long as he can. And another thing I want to say too, once the Wilder and Joshua fight gets made, hopefully by next year, I don't care who the winner is, and I'm a Wilder fan. You know, of course, he's my countryman. I'm going to root for him. But at the same time, if Anthony Joshua wins, I'll be happy for him as well. Just like how I feel about the Julius Indongo and Terence Crawford situation. I'm a fan of both fighters, even though I'm rooting for Terence Crawford. But if Julius Indongo somehow pulls it off, I'll be happy for her. I can't be upset with them. So that's the same reservations or same feelings I have for Anthony Joshua. And, you know, the heat that I get, you know, for giving Wilder the benefit of the doubt, it's not an attack on Anthony Joshua. This is where everybody is trying to make it seem like it's not the case. Okay, now I don't understand how many times I got to explain myself over and over again as a guy who likes to show neutrality. Okay, it seems to me that ever since I've been on here, you know, as a commenter for the last 5 years and as an uploader for the last 2.5, whatnot, it seems like when I show the attitude of neutrality and impartiality, I get praised. Okay, oh, you're unbiased. It's great you have an unbiased view on a lot of things. We need more people like you. It's refreshing to hear things like that. But when you say something that goes against their narrative, it's a problem. And I've been facing this all the goddamn time, and I got people who are attacking me that I don't expect to have that happen. Okay, I got people that I am surprised that they're attacking me just because I have a point of view. All you have to do, if you have a problem with my point of view, all you have to say, you know what, man, I disagree. I disagree. Let's talk. Let's have a hangout. That's all you have to say. Okay? But then you got people sneak dissing. You got people sending me private messages. For example, I got some idiot while I'm away talking about, you know, how the fuck can you, you know, defend Wilder? You know, he's a chump. He's a bum. You know, he ain't fought nobody and all this and that. Third, he doesn't deserve a shot against AJ. I'm like, okay, fine. If that's how you feel, brother, fine. But let me ask you this. What did Anthony Joshua do to earn a shot against Charles Martin? Fair question. And the guy blew up when I said that, okay? Now, that was no way to disrespect Anthony Joshua. But since you said that Wilder doesn't earn a shot against another champion, then tell me why why did he earn a shot against Charles Martin? He never fought an eliminator. Yes, Charles Martin gave him a shot. Congratulations. Anthony Joshua took an opportunity. Can't blame him from that. When somebody gives you a title shot, you jump on it. The point is, he never fought an eliminator to position himself to get a mandatory shot. Deontay Wilder did. And trust me, I'm not saying Deontay Wilder has a better resume than Anthony Joshua. I am not saying that. Okay, Anthony Joshua is one step ahead of Deontay Wilder. I've said that many times. I don't understand. People can't understand a goddamn word I say. But it seems like whenever I give this guy a benefit of the doubt, it's a problem. It's a problem. I can't give him a benefit of the doubt. It's like, god damn it, guys. The guy still has a career, okay? Can we at least give him a chance to see what he progresses down the line? It seems like people don't want to give this guy any they don't want to give him any slack whatsoever. Yes, he said some things that pissed a lot of people off. Yes, he's managed his career not in the right way. Half of that is his fault. Other half is his manager's fault, the way they handled him, okay? Yes, he has himself to blame for not getting to the big fights with Vladimir Klitschko or Anthony Joshua, or Vladimir Klitschko or Tyson Fury. Those were fights were within his grasp, but he never capitalized on it. I criticized him for that. I mean, what more do you want me to do? I'm not going to sit here and criticize the man every time he does something, okay? It's like Jesus Christ. Just like with Gennady Golovkin. People accuse me of not giving Golovkin a chance. Yes, I give Golovkin a chance, okay? The reason why I was going after Golovkin because people were still trying to put him above the pedestal of all the other great middleweights. At first, when I was defending Golovkin against the Floyd fanatics, some of the guys who I thought were cool were trying to put him above the pedestal of Bernard Hopkins and the Carlos Monzones and the Marvin Haglers and whatnot, particularly those guys, right? And I said, wait a minute, hold on here. Golovkin still got ways to go. He has a promising career. He's doing great things right now. We just got to see how well he does against better competition. Oh, fuck that. He's being ducked by all the other middleweights. He's fighting real middleweights. Those guys fought smaller guys. I was like, well, that may be the case, but those smaller guys that Hagler fought and Monzon fought and Hopkins fought, I forgot to mention them, those smaller guys were Hall of Famers. They were all-time great champions. They were great champions. In fact, historically, smaller guys ranging from lightweight all the way up, maybe super featherweight, maybe lightweight all the way to, from starting from lightweight, move up to lightweight and take on the great middleweight champions. It's the norm. It's happened in the past. Like Mickey Walker moved up to fight Harry Greb. Yeah, Robinson moved up to fight LaMotta and Olsen and all the other guys. And Graziano, you name it. So you have, it's happened before. Emil Griffith with Monzon, and you have Jose Napoles who tried to get a crack at Monzon. So it's happened before. And what did they do? They attacked me. Call me all kind of derogatory names, blurred out racial slurs. So I said, fuck y'all. You know, if y'all want to do that, fine, I'm gonna block you. Because I ain't got time for this shit, okay? But I'm not gonna let you destroy my character for who I am, okay? And another thing, I'm gonna go ahead and address this comment that was brought up to my attention I made in my last video. Someone said that I was trying to compare Deontay Wilder to Carlos Monzon and Salvador Sanchez. Let me make this clear. I did not compare Deontay Wilder to those guys, okay? All I said was that, like Deontay Wilder, those guys took a while. You know, it took them a whole lot of heap of fights to get themselves into a big title picture, and then they became, you know, Hall of Famers and all-time greats because of that. That's what I said. I never said Deontay Wilder would be greater than those guys. Only pointed out a similar factor, okay? But hey, some people got offended by that. I didn't mean it that way. There was no disrespect. The only thing I will say is that I should not have used the word padded the resumes. Yes, that was harsh. I'll admit that, okay? But the fact is that I never try to compare Deontay Wilder to those guys. Know me as a historian, a guy, well, not a historian, a guy who respects the history of the sport, who studied the history. Yes, I will never put Deontay Wilder over those guys. So let's make that clear, okay? The only reason why I made that statement is because people are quick to write Deontay Wilder off because he's approaching 40 fights now. Oh, that's it. That's it. No matter what you do after that, we're not going to give you credit. That's what's going on right now. And this is what I have a problem with. Yes, he's battled injuries throughout his career. Some people felt that he's not going to produce a good career as a heavyweight due to those nagging injuries. Okay, you know, that's your prerogative, so be it. That could happen, but we don't know yet. The man's still fighting, so let's see what happens. Okay, I mean, there are other fighters. I'm not gonna go. So if I mention other fighters, they're gonna say I'm comparing Deontay Wilder to other fighters who were in the same situation when they had nagging injuries in the middle stages of their career, but they were able to produce, you know, great fights after that due to those nagging injuries, whatnot. I'm not gonna say it because they're gonna say I'm kind of comparing. I'm not gonna say it. All right, but the fact is that I can't write the guy off if he still has a career that's ongoing. When his career is done, yes, let's judge him. Let's judge him for what he's done. So far, he hasn't done shit. I will admit that. I've said this so many fucking times. I don't know why people fucking get so upset. It's like, some people get upset when I go after Deontay Wilder's resume. Some people get upset when I try to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's like, it's no fucking win-win situation for me, man. It's unfucking believable. I get sneak distance left and right. I got people who just attacking me, sending me private messages, trying to talk me on this bullshit. It's like, God damn it, I ain't got time for this, man. Seriously. It's like, if you want to go ahead and, you know, criticize a man, that's your prerogative, all right? That's your prerogative, so be it. And I know this all stems from the fact that some of the, you know, fanboys of Deontay Wilder, I'll admit, some of them, were out there who, you know, attacked Anthony Joshua in the wrong way. Yes, they did. I came out against it and said, you know what, guys? You can't do that to Anthony Joshua. He doesn't deserve that. Okay? And some of them say, you know what? We're wrong. We shouldn't. We let this go out, get out of hand. Right. They did. But some people just won't let it go. I don't know why. I just don't understand it. Okay? We all accept the fact now that the Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder fight's not going to happen as we would hope for. You know, we'll give it some time. We'll see how things progress based off the words of Eddie Hearn. We'll go ahead and hold him to his word. We move on. But just again, some people just don't want to let it go. Okay? All right. Oh my God, my head hurts. Wow. Yes, and you know, speaking of the numbers game, I don't play the numbers timeline. I don't do that because, first of all, When I judge a fighter's career, I judge what they've done on paper. I don't care how long it takes them, okay? It could take a fighter 15 years, 20 years, whatever the case may be. It could take them a long time to produce Hall of Fame names, okay? That's what I look at. I look at what they've done on paper. I don't like to play the numbers game. I know some people like to play this numbers game. Well, this guy did this and that based off this such a period of time. Yes, I understand that. That may give him the upper, the upper hand on one particular guy if you want to go do a resume comparison. But the fact is that doesn't mean that he's greater than the other fighter at that time. We judge fighters' careers at what they've done at the end of it. Plain and simple. And sometimes it's kind of, vague to get into this resume talk because there's you can play with various variables. Like some people like to use the timeline table, great. But I can also use use the variable, say, you know what? That's great, he has it now, but let's judge them for what they will have accomplished at the end of their careers and see who's done much greater things after that. And like I said, there are fighters who take a long period of time to achieve great things in their careers, and there are some fighters who achieve things in a shorter time. And there's a lot of variables. It bounces back and forth. Okay? But like I said, some people are not going to be convinced that Deontay Wilder should what's the other one? Some people felt that he should be written off now. Okay, fine. You can't change anyone's opinion, but I'm thinking rationally. It's just the man still got a career left, and people is quick to write him off, and I think it's wrong. Okay? So, oh my fucking God. And one more thing, don't compare me to that guy, because I'm nowhere near that creep's level. All right? I don't know why you said that, man. I'm out.